Welcome to my tutorials on problem on derivatives. We have to do problems on derivatives for examinations. Basically, the five types of problems. Problem number one, we have to study something called forwards. In forwards, what we need to understand? We need to understand how do we do the forwards future pricing. And also we need to understand the value of forward. Secondly, we need to understand what is future and how do we price the future. And also, we need to understand the value of future. Thirdly, we need to understand what is options. Under options, we have two concepts, that is call option, another one is put option. Under the call option, we need to work out how do we value the call option. And under put option, we need to understand how do we value the put option. And the fourth concept is we need to understand the payoff metrics. The fifth concept is we need to understand the margin money. Now we will understand all these things one by one. Okay. Now by now you all know what is a forward. Okay, a forward is nothing but a contract where we enter the buyer and the seller enter for a forward date. The forward date could be the next month. If today January 1, we can enter the contract for January 30th. That's a forward contract. Future contract, yeah, future contract is similar to forward contract, but it is traded in the stock exchange. That is also, it could be a 1 month forward contract, it could be a 3 month forward contract, it could be 8 months, it could be also 12 months. It depends on the contract. Even a call option also, it's a forward contract, but here option is given to the buyer or the seller. Okay. Now how do we value the forward price? As I told you, there are two concepts. One is forward price, another one is the forward value. Let me come to the forward value later. First, let us understand the forward price. How do we calculate this forward price? The forward price is nothing but spot price multiplied by E to the power of RT. Now, what is E? E we know a standard value is given mathematically 2.714. What is R? R is equal to rate of interest. R is equal to rate of interest. What is T? T is the forward dates or forward period. Now, if you multiply this and you will get the forward price. What is future price? Same formula you apply the future price. Spot price multiplied by e to the power of RT. You will get the future price. What is the call option pricing? Okay, under the call option price, you have to take the current market price minus your exercise price. You will get the option value. Okay, if the current market price is 100 and your exercise price is 90, then your value is 10 rupees, the call option. Okay, now what is margin money? Now margin money is, since we are entering into the forward contract, there is no delivery of goods or delivery of price, which can happen only in the future day. Which means what we're doing today? We are just signing an agreement. Okay. Now, but what is the guarantee? We are just signing an agreement that particular contract will be honored. Always a doubt, isn't it? So therefore, what the broker does? The broker says, since the contract has to be honored, he will take the money, something called margin money, both from the buyer and the seller. Okay, now he will prescribe some percentage. Let us say 30% he says initial margin and 10% he says for maintenance margin. Totally he is asking for 40%. If your contract value, let's say if it is for 1 lakh, then you have to keep 40,000 rupees as a margin money with the broker, and the balance 60,000 rupees you will have to settle at the future date. That is called margin money. So you may get a problem how to calculate the margin money. So we will work out that problem also. Then we have the fifth kind of problem is payoff metrics. Now what is payoff? Payoff nothing but current market price minus your exercise price. Okay. Now if your current market price is 100, okay, and your exercise price is 90, and then your payoff is 10 rupees. Okay, if you have paid some option premium, then if you paid 1 rupee operation premium, 9 rupees is your payoff. Okay, we will work out all these things. So I'll repeat it. We will have 5 types of problems. Okay, that is the forward price, future price, call option pricing, margin, and payoff metrics. In order to understand all these things, as I was just consistently telling you, spot price multiplied by current I explained you about the spot price, I explained you about the current market price, I explained about the excise price, I explained about the current market price, all these things. We will understand what are all these things are. Now, what is spot price? What is spot price? Spot price is the price, spot price is the price that is quoted today in the stock market. Price quoted today. The today, if you take Infosys, the Infosys is quoting 700 rupees. Now, that's a spot price. Now, what will happen to this spot price after 1 month? We do not know exactly what will happen to this 700 rupees in the future, but somebody predicts that future it may increase for 30 rupees, then your future price will be 730. Okay. Now, the future price of 30 rupees which is adding based on some calculation. Okay, that is the fundamental calculation. We will not get into that. We will understand only the spot price. Spot price today 700. What is the future price? The 700 plus 30 rupees, if whatever is expecting, that is called future price. Now, what is current market price? As you told, as I am telling you, from 1st Jan to 30th Jan, the contract is entered. Every day the current market price, the spot price will keep changing. Okay. Now, on the 15th of Jan, your current market price, that is, this 700 becomes 800. Okay. So, which means the current market price is 800. At that current market price is nothing but that particular day's spot price. Okay. That we call it as current market price. Now, what is strike price? Okay. As I very clearly, spot price, he expected 30 rupees to go up. So, 730 he contracted. He contracted for 730. In future, he is contracted either to sell or buy the Infosys share at 730, which means the strike price, that is the contract price, or the future price which is contracted is 730. That is called contract price. Once again, I'll tell you, strike price is nothing but the future price expected by the buyer or the seller. Current market price on that particular day. Spot price, today's price. Then what is exercise price? The strike price and the exercise price are one and the same. Okay. Now, you need to understand all these three to understand these problems. Once again, I'll repeat it. You need to understand spot price, you need to understand exercise price or strike price, and then you need to understand current market price. We will learn this from example. Then we need to learn margin and payoff, that we will slowly learn. So, let me give you one example so that you will understand everything. Let me take Adani share. Adani share today, that is spot price, is quoting at 100 rupees. Okay. I contracted to sell the Adani, okay, at 110 rupees 1 month from now. 1 month, this is Jan 1, and Jan 30 I am contracted to sell the Adani for 110. So, which means the spot price is 100, the exercise price is 110. Okay. On Jan 30, it is not compulsory, the spot price on that particular day, that it should come to 110. Okay, it may go up or it may come down. So, we call that as future market price or future market price. The future market price, okay, could be 90 or 120. Okay. Now, suppose if the future price, as you predicted, you contracted for 110, and future price, the future current market price became 110. Technically, you are under no loss and no profit. You contracted for 110, but whereas the market price became 90, which means you lost a 20 rupees. You contracted for 110, okay, whereas the price became 120. Then you made a profit of 10 rupees. This is in case you buy. You are contracting to buy. You are contracting to buy. If you are contracting to sell, okay, now this 0, you will make a profit of 20 rupees. You will make a loss of 10 rupees. Once again, I'll repeat to you. Adani's 100 rupees you contracted to buy after 1 month at 110 rupees. The current market price became 90. Okay, which means what? You will have to buy at 110 where the price is 90 rupees. So 110, if it is 110, 0. If it is 110, you have to buy at 110 whereas the real price was 90. So which means you lost at 20 rupees. If the price becomes 120, then you can buy this 110 and you sell it for 120, you make a profit of 110. If you are a buyer of the Adani, if you are seller of the Adani, then you sold at the 110, the price also was 110, then no loss, no profit. You sold it for 110 whereas the price became 90, which means you buy this 90 and then you sold it for 110. You sell it for 110 and you buy it for 90, then you make a profit of 20. Then you 110, the price became 120, which means you will have to buy for 120, sell for 110, which means there is a loss of 10 rupees if you are a seller. If you are a buyer, this is the logic for future. Now this is how we work out, okay, the logic of spot, exercise price and future market price. We work out to enter into a forward contract, and when we enter into a forward contract, there is a high possibility you make a profit or loss, and that profit and loss what we are working here, we call it as payoff metrics. Okay, now we will take one by all the problems. We will work out the forward, we will work out the future, we will work out the call option, we will work out the margin, we will work out the payoff. Okay, now